Martial arts and strength have been inseparable since the dawn of time. Strongest martial artists in history. We'll cut through the legends to expose these 5 men and their real levels of physical strength, including the training they used to build it. So let's start with number 5. At 5'8" and 180 pounds, the 5th strongest martial artist of all time was the only karate master to ever complete a 300-man kumite when he fought 100 full contact matches per day for 3 straight days. He knocked charging bulls unconscious 3 times, and in public demonstrations he performed strikes that crushed granite, snapped bricks, and sliced the necks off glass bottles, leading the New York Times to dub him the toughest man in the world. He built this power by fanatically following a legendary daily routine that was nearly supernatural. It consisted of a 4-kilometer run, 20-minute jump rope, 200 dumbbell presses, 100 dips, 300 push-ups on his knuckles, 100 incline push-ups, and a 500-rep bench press routine using 175 pounds. And he did this every single day. His strikes were so powerful that they called him the God Hand, but his name was Oyama.
At 5'8" and 250 pounds with a 44-inch chest, the 4th strongest martial artist in history was a hero to Bruce Lee.
At age 17, he became India's national wrestling champion by defeating a 7-foot-tall giant. From there, he would go undefeated for the next 50 years. Known for his unbreakable physical strength, he lifted India's largest strength stone, performed hundreds of daily squats wearing a stone neck collar weighing 220 pounds, swung a 175-pound weighted club, and performed notorious 3,000-rep calisthenic workouts consisting of Hindu push-ups, full-depth squats, pull-ups, and dips. He also trained with 200-pound stone dumbbells, wrestled up to 40 sparring partners per day, and went for 1-mile runs wearing a 120-pound stone neck collar, all while drinking from a jug containing a mixture of ground almonds and fruit juice to fuel his training. One of the most famous athletes in history, he was known as the Great Gama, but his name was Gulam Hussein Bakhsh. At 5'10" and 220 pounds, the 3rd strongest martial artist of all time was the first ever world heavyweight wrestling champion, with a record of 3,000 wins and 2 losses. At the same time, he was one of the strongest men on earth, as shown when he broke the legendary Eugene Sandoz world record for the single-arm barbell press by lifting 275 pounds. Incredibly, he set another world record when he snatched 256 pounds with one hand. He could perform an iron cross hold with 90-pound dumbbells in each hand, and he performed a 335-pound floor press from a wrestler's bridge. But he wasn't just strong, he was an elite overall athlete who jumped over tables, chairs, and even standing people during public demonstrations. The inventor of the hack squat exercise, on which he repped 364 pounds, he avoided all stimulants and alcohol while following a vegetarian diet which included up to 5 liters of raw milk every single day. They called him the Russian Lion, but his name was George Hackenschmidt. At 5'7" and 187 pounds, the 2nd strongest martial artist of all time is considered the greatest judo athlete ever. He won the Japanese Judo Championship 3 straight times, and then, when his wife became seriously ill, he paid for her treatment by challenging the best boxers, wrestlers, and savate fighters in Europe, the United States, and Brazil to fights, all of whom he crushed with his incredible strength, including the legendary patriarch of the Gracie clan, Helio Gracie, whose arm he snapped in 2 places with a Kimura arm lock in 1951. Our man built this superhuman strength by doing the same brutal 9-hour workout 6 days per week. This workout consisted of 1,000 push-ups, 1 kilometer of bunny hops, 3 rounds of 3-minute headstands, 100 judo throws with a partner, 1 set of 15 reps of single-arm barbell press per arm, 200 sit-ups off a partner's back, a 200-rep squat workout with 200 pounds, 1 hour of practicing throws against a pine tree, and dozens of rounds of full-contact sparring. The legendary karate master Oyama said this guy was the only man he ever met who trained harder than he did, which is why they called him the Demon, but his name was Masahiko Kimura. And the strongest martial artist of all time is also considered the greatest heavyweight wrestler to ever live. Incredibly, he was born weighing just under 15 pounds before growing into a 6'3" and 290-pound Soviet national wrestler with a career record of 887 wins and only 2 losses, going undefeated for 13 years at the highest level on his way to winning 3 Olympic gold medals and 9 world championships. He could deadlift 880 pounds, squat 770 pounds, do 42 pull-ups, and could perform a standing backflip despite weighing nearly 300 pounds. His typical training routine mixed conventional but extreme gymnastics, powerlifting, strongman, and kettlebell training with unconventional methods like carrying a refrigerator up and down the 8 flights of stairs outside his apartment and going on long trail runs in the Siberian snow carrying a log on his back. He was such a freak athlete that they called him the Experiment, but his name is Aleksandr Karelin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to subscribe for more.